Chapter 1. Drawing Materials. For making caricatures, you will need pencils, fine liners and markers, paper, an eraser, and colored pencils. Pencils. I always use 2B, 4B, or 6B pencils. You can use any of these in making caricatures. When sketching outlines, I start by using the 2B pencil because it produces lighter and thinner lines. That way, I can easily erase the lines that are not needed on the outline sketch. However, once I've started sketching the thicker and darker lines, I switch to 4B and 6B pencils. These are softer graphite, or the softer black leads, on a pencil. The higher the variety number, the softer the lead is. Softer lead makes it easier to sketch the thicker and darker lines, but it also becomes harder to erase, so try to check first which pencil best suits your style. Sign pens, fine liners, and markers. You will be using the sign pens, fine liners, and markers in tracing the lines. Try looking for 0.3 and 0.5 sign pens, 0.8 fine liners, and then markers. The size of the tip of a 0.5 sign pen and a 0.8 fine liner is somehow relative. However, fine liners are easier to use for tracing the lines because they have a smoother tip that easily glides on the drawing paper. I use the sign pens and fine liners to trace the lines on the inside part of the caricature. Then, I trace the outer lines with thicker tip markers to create a more retro or comic effect on the caricature. Also, thicker lines show off the caricature. It creates an effect that will make your caricature noticeable. Papers. When choosing a drawing paper, you must consider the bright and smooth ones. You can choose A4 size, 11" by 7" or the normal 8" by 11" bond papers or photocopy papers. Don't mind about the size. What's important is the quality of the paper. It must be smooth and bright. Erasers. Always look for the best quality erasers. Some erasers still leave the pencil marks on the paper even when you already used the eraser to wipe it off. Some erasers even put stains on the artwork. Be careful in choosing the erasers you will be using. I use the dust-free erasers. I tend to erase a lot in making a caricature. Colored pencils. I bought the 24-color pack of colored pencils. It was enough to cover all the colors I needed. The color of the human flesh is very important, so make sure that you are including those when you buy colored pencils. Find a subject. There are two types of subjects in making a caricature. The first one is the subject on an image, and the second one is the subject that is right in front of you. The subject on an image usually comes up when a person asks you to make a caricature as a gift for a friend. They will just give you a picture and a time frame on when they will be expecting it, which will serve as the deadline. This is an easier approach to making caricatures. You'll just have to squeeze your time on finishing it until the deadline comes. The in-the-flesh person subject means a much more serious job. This time, you have to finish it faster so that your subject won't get bored. Don't make them wait more than 5 minutes for you to finish their face. One key in making a great caricature is to draw when the subject is smiling or laughing. You try to always make your subject smile so that it can give you the full potential in making the caricature look fun and enjoyable. You'll need to work on it as fast as you can to prevent the subject from growing tired of his or her posture.